This new Avenged Sevenfold record is really weird, so I gotta be kind of weird in this video. I apologize in advance. This album is Avenged Sevenfold, Life is But a Dream, and it starts with Game Over, and this opening song is jam-packed with surprises beginning to end, kind of like the rest of the album. It's too chaotic to list all the parts, but there's orchestral strings, psychotic screaming, and the title of the album, all just in these first few minutes of the record. Metal starts with NASCAR noises, but drops like blood into a horror movie from the 1970s. And this is, dare I say, normal Avenged Sevenfold if you want that. But M Shadows gets very whiny in the vocals in a good way. It's like chainsaws and race cars are chopping him up, like Leatherface is driving in NASCAR. And this album is bizarre, so my analogies about it have to be bizarre. M Shadow's vocals sounds like he's climbing mountains, swimming through plastic daisies in the studio, and it's scary, theatrical, and even goes hard like some of the earliest Avenged Sevenfold material that you can find on the internet, or even predating that. But then the synthesized synthanasia brought to you by new Foo Fighters member Josh Freese. It goes skeletal beyond Dwarf Wacko Jacko, and it's very something. Nobody gets us into the muscle sinewy veins of the long songs. It's kind of the musical equivalent of a roller coaster, literally. Makes me a bit dizzy and swingy and good. It's kind of really great. I really like Nobody's. Okay, that's my associate over there in his cage. We get weird over here. Sinister Gates shows off even more with spacey guitar work. And We Love You is a tower of chanted stupidity, and it's absolutely grand in its intelligence. One thing about this record, though, is that it's hard to tell when one song ends and the next begins. It feels like one giant, weird, crazy thing. It's grand. It's grandiose. And it's hard to tell when one thing ends and begins, except at the beginning and end. So that's kind of where that criticism takes place. Cosmic slows everything down into malaise of 1980s shreddage metal. And the production shines through the strings of guitars like nothing I've ever heard. We're going to have to take my blood pressure here in a minute. So, I'm having medical problems. I am not having medical problems, YouTube. I am doing laundry in the background. You can hear it. Beautiful Morning is going to be hated on by a lot of you, and I will defend it here when I should be quiet because I'm taking my blood pressure. Got to hold that because my blood pressure is like 5 billion times higher than it should be. Yeah. 0. That's not good. I will defend Beautiful Morning here. You need variety in sounds, even in rock and roll. And no matter what band you're listening to or you're obsessed with, you're not going to like everything, and that's good. You shouldn't like everything unless it's Grindé. But give this monstrosity a chance. That goes for Beautiful Morning, singular, and the rest of this album, singular. It's a sad monster, just like the insides of you, is what my notes say. So look deeper into yourself. This has some enchanting things to make you feel. Oh God. Easier. What the heck? Okay, I guess my blood pressure is okay. My Valentine's was pretty good too. Easier gets us out of that insane medley of 6 or 7 minute songs, and that's really great. There's just like this chunk where it's really, really beefy material, and then we get back into the 3 or 4 minute side of things. But the tail end of this record is not easier to digest. This is just wow. This is easier. Does get kind of a basic metal sound, but at least as far as this record, this is as basic metal as it gets. But there are still echoes of chainsaws and Wizard of Oz, electro balladry, just really unbelievable stuff. What the bleep is this? What the... Stop! Just stop filming me! Stop the review for a minute! Stop it! Ah! 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 Guys, I got... Sorry, buddy. I know that was too loud. Guys, I have to give this album's props. This is one of the weirdest albums I've ever heard, and it keeps my attention throughout the whole thing. It's like almost an hour long, and it's just really great. Most of the time, experimental. When an artist says that, it means shoegaze, boring crap. But not this. This is not boring. Even the songs that I don't understand, oh my gosh, this is crazy insanity. My ears are reborn with Avenged Sevenfold wings coming out my skull. I want your skulls. I discovered that through Blink-182 cover. Pizzas are falling out of my arm. More coffee, more headphone, more rugs, more psycho, more hugs, more affecto, more monkeys, more atoms, more drummers, more of this, please. 4 out of 8 out of 5. What the bleep?